time I seen 100 bands, yeah, I grew up. Ooh, on the couches with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we were blowing your budget in the club to f the booth up. If you dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up. Ooh, I'm with right now, I got you. Right now, nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now. Cause we two up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now.
Can Zeke dink again? It's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, Ezekiel Elliott, fresh off 100 yards a week ago, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Dallas Cowboys. So with that,
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxury yard line. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of finesse. We saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Flushed out right. It fights him off. Staying on his feet. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
A second down throw for Prescott. And an alley to run. Got some room at the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now Prescott. Cooper's got it. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 45 yards.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what it said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, saying, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Come on, let's go! Try 38! Try 38!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. The numbers in last week's contest for Ingram: 8 catches, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Over the middle, he's got his tight end, Ingram. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
They'll look to throw here. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes.
Best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against them.
And he's got his man, Beckham. Touchdown, Giants. Odell Beckham, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point. PAT up and good by Rosas. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Spins past him. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the end zone at the 2. What a spectacular return.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And the Cowboys are in for 6. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown on the last drive, when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now second down.
Come on, let's go. Try it, 38.
On second down, here's Barkley. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He's going to go for a big play downfield and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Taco Charlton able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be fourth down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Out of his end zone, Prescott on the move to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the...
So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that...
Long time.
No doubt.
You go 46.
Third and short yardage. Prescott. He sets to fire deep. And that one in. Always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On fourth, they do snap it to Prescott. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. That's a fourth down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. They'll roll him out right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And an alley to run. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? On 1st and 10, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
A second down throw for Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. 3rd and long for Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Prescott looks to throw on first. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A first down throw for Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And a man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. So we now proceed to the start of the 2nd half. Both Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Giants. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. Here's Riley Dixon now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returning, it's Benjamin. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Tenth carry now for Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
To throw is Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held it.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here we go. White 90.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it's a 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play. Back now in Arlington. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Back to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. They're going to look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started in minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So that one will be accepted.
Still 2nd down.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Well, Prescott here to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. Cooper was the target there.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Complete to Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Taco Charlton in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his pass incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Giants on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw here. Caught by Jones. Touchdown, Giants. T.J. Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And the Cowboys are going to secure the football, and with it, they'll just about secure the victory as well. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Swing to the field, right. To the right. Here we go, slide, ain't it? Here we go, 47. Gun. 26.
Throwing here, Prescott. Drops it underneath. Elliott dropped at the 35. Able to display his agility, but not much room to operate. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They've got this big lead. They said, forget one, we won two. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Here we go. 190.
Back to throw now on first down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Come on, let's go. 190.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.